Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Grand risings, Levi family. Let me get this on a stand so I can be hands free. Y'all know what we do on Wednesdays. We do our food giveaway. And let me just make sure you can hear me and see me. I'm going to give y'all a little surprise because usually I'm the one that's up early in the morning. But Lord, I woke up to this. Okay, I hope the notifications go out. This is what entrepreneurs do in America. I woke up to this, y'all. About to get them. I'm about to get them. Look at the dirty one. Look what I woke up to. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. We creeping. He don't know I'm watching. Look at this. We gonna creep out. He didn't even know. I woke up to that 6 o'clock this morning. 6 o'clock. Sewing. Getting it in. Okay? Shout out to Levi family. We're gonna talk about it this morning while I get myself together. I hope the notifications go out. Blessings, blessings, let the notification go out. Is America going to be separate? Okay, y'all know what I do on Wednesdays is I'm not gonna stay still. I'm gonna be moving around, guys, getting myself together. Wednesdays, you know what we do. We give our food giveaway out. Okay? I'm excited. We're doing tuna macaroni salad today. So as y'all know, I got shout out to my favorite fave. She said get the napkins on deck. We got a few things ready for next week. I think this week we probably gonna only feed about 27 people this morning. Ugh. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to put the phone down. So we vlogging this morning. We vlogging. We're gonna have a good day. But we're gonna talk about it too while we vlog this morning. We're going to talk about will America survive separate? Because y'all know I'm a separatist. There's some talks going on, y'all. And if y'all not paying attention, they talking about, ooh, should the states separate? Okay, so I need you guys' opinion. Blessing, Tony Montana. Hey, you got my favorite name. Blessings to you in Grand Risings. So I want to get y'all opinion today. What do y'all think? Do you think that the United States will be better separate, like each state separate? And tell me why. This is not nothing that I'm pushing for. I don't think that we should separate as the United States, but you have heard some elected officials say, oh, we should separate. And then y'all heard Texas a few times talking about getting the hell out of Dodge, basically saying that they could survive without the feds. But what made me think about this, guys, is not only because I'm a separatist, but because the United States is actually, our federal government is actually pushing our states to be more independent. Even since, look, y'all, look what I do. I make coffee through an urn. Old school. Okay, look. Even throughout the COVID, you had the United States pretty much telling the states you got to make a decision, you got to deal with your stuff, and if what they were using was the money as a weapon. If you don't do what I want you to do, or follow these type of criteria, then I'm taking federal funding from you. Basically, weaponizing federal funding. You see where I'm going? People, I think the states are going to get sick of this Trump MO, and even the other, I could say some of the other politicians as well. I don't know if Biden was as bad, or the other presidents was as bad and blatant as Trump, but Trump playing out and say, if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm going to sanction your state, I'm going to take money from you, federalize. But we got to think about this, y'all. Hold up, I got to make my coffee. We got to think about this. The United States, it was a treaty between the states. So my thing is that the feds is not above the states. They're just there as a check and balance. It's the balance of powers. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So y'all know what I'm talking about when it comes to the balance of power. So it's not the feds that are particularly over the state, but it is, since we have a treaty between the states and the federal government, there's certain rules and guidelines that we all should follow that should, trickle down adjacent. Like the federal laws should be adjacent to the state laws should be adjacent to the local ordinance. Local ordinance can, how that go. But that's not happening, and we seem to have a big problem, as big problem in the United States, as though every state is kind of basically doing their own thing. Tell me how y'all feel, because it's like a double-edged sword. Okay, we pay our taxes to the feds, we pay our taxes to the states. So as citizens, we don't even give a damn about all of that. We want everybody just to do what they're supposed to do. But because we got these crooked elected officials in position of power, all they care about is their agenda and, exerting their power over their constituents and us. So whoever they made the dirty deals with or deals to get in office, that's what you're going to see push. So it's not really for the benefit of the people totally. That's not the focus. It's not the focus, y'all, on both parties. It's not. It's not the benefit for the total economy. It's not the benefit for our health. It's the benefit for their pockets and their agenda and what they want to do. So again, what I'm seeing is that, you got the feds talking greasy. Oh, we're taking money from here. We're not giving you money for school funding. That right there in itself, in its face, is a big problem, because each state, as you guys know, we have different funding capacity that's based on the taxation, the amount of people that's there, different things that deal with the economy, what brings money in, what businesses are there. So little states have little income, so that's why they depend on the feds. But again, because the feds is being weaponized, Trump is weaponizing the feds. I can see states getting turned off. We went through this with Texas. Texas been done, and right when Texas was done, y'all know what happened? That big, amazing, ridiculous, gigantic flood. Y'all remember? I never saw a flood like that. The flood was so high that the highway signs, y'all know when y'all go under the highway, y'all know how when y'all go under the thing that go across, the water was right under there. I mean, that was the scariest thing I ever saw. If we was going to have the apocalypse, that was happening that day. But in my conspiracy mind, that was a little bit weird. After, they started talking about wanting their sovereignty away from America. But I'm going to not go down that rabbit hole, okay? Thank you so much, Tony. I'm going to get to y'all comments before I move on and start putting the water inside. And I'm going to put some sugar and some milk. Yeah, this is how I make coffee, y'all. I'm old school. I didn't have a microwave. Since when? Hold on. And that's by choice. I didn't have a microwave since my kids was in 6th grade or so. Because every time I bought one, they broke it. That guy you see over there that I showed you at the beginning of the video sewing, couldn't keep nothing. Pans, fruit pans, spoons, gone. So, yeah, I was over that. And then microwave have a lot of radiation waves and stuff. So I do use microwaves at my patient's house when I'm warming up my coffee, but I just throw it in a pot. I'm old school, so. I done told y'all, Caucasian America, we the same. I'm old school. Yeah, take it back. So, let me get to y'all comments. Thank you. Thank you, Chef Lakota. Thank you so much. No disrespect, you're beautiful. I appreciate you. You know what? Sometimes I be with a group of people and they don't know who I am. As soon as I shut my mouth, meaning they don't know my ethnicity. Because we all alike. Just to go off topic, when I was in Cancun, they thought I was Dominican. Until I told on myself. The guy was like, oh, you're so beautiful, and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, thank you. Da-da. He's like, so where you from? And I'm like, Jersey. And he was like, He done asked back. I said, huh? I'm from Jersey. I'm from Newark. He like, and then I'm like, don't be afraid. You know, we good people. I got him back closer to me. And then he was like, so your skin's so beautiful. Where you from? I said, oh, I'm Haitian. He was like, yo, he was gone. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm playing. No, but that conversation didn't end too well. But anyway, what that goes to say, sometimes I just shut up. But I appreciate I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I've been called a lot of things. So I just go with the flow. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I heard you, my heart. But where you from? I just told you. I'm born in Brooklyn, raised in Jersey, back and forth. And I grew up in a Haitian household. And my family from Brooklyn was from Barbados. So I just have a good feng shui. My people from Newark, New Jersey. Just, been in the hood, outside of the hood. I always looked outside of the hood to go explore. Always worked outside of the hood, so I'm very eclectic. And the hood don't always have all just black people, so I'm used to diversity. You know what I'm saying? I know it's color lines and stuff like that and things that's going on, and I see it and I know, but I am used to diversity. That's why I push my page the way I do. I'm not. Ugh. People just get on my nerves sometimes. That one world government might be awakening, but how is that one world government gonna work when they're pushing the states like they're stretching them so thin as far as finance? Oh, sorry y'all, it just came to me. That makes sense. How I said back like, whoa, that was the Holy Spirit. If they stretch the state's finance so thin and cause so much chaos, the states will be dependent on them then, right? Just like other countries. I had an aha moment just now where I need a little bit more sugar. Yeah, I can see that, because I'm trying to figure out what's the MO with this particular administration. How is it building the bridge? Even if it's not building the bridge with Black America, it's constantly severing that, with their behaviors, the things they're doing. But how are they building the bridge even in the United States as a country? Because y'all all consist of more than 50 states that made a treaty together. Let me move this right here so y'all got I won't go too far because I'm about to put the water in the refrigerator. I'm not about to stop. Y'all about to watch me do some ghetto stuff, okay? Don't worry. I got mayonnaise. I can show you I got mayonnaise. But I'm not gonna waste. Ugh. Okay, I'll show you my thing of mayonnaise and then I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about to do while I talk to you guys. I'm gonna get a little country ghetto, but waste not, want not. So anyway, let me get this together. I'm trying to figure out what is the MO of our particular government. Like I said, they don't got love for us black people, and we just gotta accept that, and we know it. That's why a lot of us, we already separate in our mind and our heart, and then we're doing it in our finance. But as far as the United States as a country, y'all have a constitution, y'all have treaties amongst each other. There was a lot of agreements that was made to help fund each state for different projects, and Trump keeps dismantling that. So how do you think that these states are going to start responding? Right now, you have Medicaid that's going to be struggling, and that's health. That's just on the health sector. That's something that you may not be paying attention to, but I am. There are places that are on the brink of shutting down. There are places that have lowered their patient population because of reimbursement. But I'm going to say this. The people who run these businesses and corporations, they're so greedy that they don't want to, cut their profit margins either. So that plays a part when they say, oh, we got to cut labor and expenses. It's because they want to keep their profit margin. And 9 out of 10, when you have a business that's functionable over years, you already have your process started. You already know what it takes to run it, and you kind of have a set budget. I mean, I know inflation plays a big role, but don't let these business owners fool you with inflation and firing people. So these are a lot of things that we kind of got to really consider behind all of the chaos and the BS. What position would your state be in after all of these Trump executive orders and things that he has pushed out? You see what I'm saying? Where would your state fall, and how did they push back? I.e., during the OVID, I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't be mad being in Georgia because they pushed back and we wasn't locked down. I was able to, get a religious exemption after 3 months of, not working. Yeah, I just got traumatized. But what that goes to say, because Georgia and other states took another route, they were able to handle things a little differently. So that's what I want you guys to think of. How is your state handling all of these changes that's happening with Trump and the things that he's doing? Do you see what I'm saying? How is it affecting your state and affecting you? Because, we didn't know years down the line that some facilities would have been shut down behind the COVID and not following certain rules. We didn't know that people were going to be liable right now. I'm gonna give you an example, and it's one of the biggest COVID lawsuits that they tried to ignore. Hold on, y'all. I just want to show y'all. I got a lot of mayonnaise. Okay, don't get it messed up. Okay, I'm just gonna show y'all. But I'm about to show y'all what I'm about to do. We're about to get country ghetto. I'm not about to. I'm not about to waste nothing. So somebody gave me a box of mayonnaise. I bought a box of mayonnaise. If I got it when I buy wholesale. And yeah, we about to cut those and talk to you. What? I'm about to cut them in a bowl. And then we're going to use them to make the macaroni salad. So today we're making macaroni tuna salad. So I said tuna salad, but it's macaroni tuna salad because we got to stretch it. All funding, it came from me. And, God be in God kingdom. So I was able to put this meal together with less than $50, $27 this week, because I had some of the things, guys. Shopping on a budget. Oh, I didn't make my wish list yet. Hopefully when I get off the phone, I'll make my wish list, y'all. Wish list is only going to consist of blankets. I'm going to start with blankets, probably hats, gloves, toothpaste, and toothbrush. Maybe. Let's just see that, like care packages. Just to jump off the subject we were talking about, I'm going to get the bowl. But this is how God is. Yesterday when I was doing this, when I was going to get the stuff I needed, there was a lady that basically in the line, she just started talking. She was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do care packages this year for the homeless. I got a Instacart ready. And I'm just, me, I'm just eardropping like. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to get blankets with the hoodies. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my way. That's exactly what I was like, that's God. I said, man, that's God. You literally took the thoughts out my head while I'm in this line trying to figure out how to stretch my dollar. So I'm not the only one. God be the glory. Kicking up dust. You know why? Things like this is important. And it goes right with our conversation. What are we going to do to maintain when the feds continue to take the money? The state's funding is stretched. We can't barely even get to minimum wage for us to have at least a decent, decent living conditions. I mean, right now, living conditions based on the cost of living and what we expect to live as Americans. Because in America, everything's supposed to be beautiful, this, dark, you can touch it and it comes. We ain't living like that. We here trying to pay bills and get it done and help people eat. So I'm going to get to y'all comments while I get my scissors real quick. And we're going to sit here and cut this mayonnaise. And I'm going to listen to y'all. You're going to listen to me chit-chat. After I cut the mayonnaise, I'm putting my pasta on. And I actually gonna have to get off my live because I want to edit a video that I didn't do. Hold on one second, y'all. Help! I need somebody help. But I don't got a lot of money for help right now, so I gotta do everything myself, guys. I got a video to edit for primetime home buyers I was supposed to put together. I got all the clips together, and I just been doing other stuff. Let me get to your comments. Okay, let's start. Grand Risings. Okay, you need whole beans. Grind them up. Whole beans for what? What I need whole beans for? I got green beans though. Oh, I forgot, y'all. I'm down to the last few cans of green beans. I ain't playing. They eat them. Y'all heard me had said to them, y'all better not throw my green beans in the garbage. How you gonna be getting? I get on anybody. Don't feel away. I don't care. I'm like a mama. I'm an auntie. I be like, nah, you know you could do better. I'm like that auntie in the store when the kids doing bad, being bad with their mama, and they turn around, look at me, and they go hide under their mother. Like, wait a minute, you was just cursing her out. Why you hiding under her? That's a good thing. States needs to be separate. Okay, the great. Okay, Orgnort the Great. Why do states need to be separate? Give me a little bit more detail in your opinion why states to be separate and how it would benefit the states. I mean, you would give them more autonomy, and the feds can't weaponize uh, money that's supposed to be allocated to them. But again, that's what I'm saying. This is weird because the money that's supposed to be allocated to the states from the feds, that's the money you're getting from the taxpayers. So it's not like it's so crazy because Trump act like that money is his, like the feds got a job. Like they're bringing in money by doing something, and that's their money. The feds, federal government don't own that money. That's why we be like, yo, how do he think that he can weaponize this type of stuff? That's crazy. I heard you from my heart, but where you from? I heard the states are funded and then they follow federal laws. Yeah, exactly. But I want y'all to get a little bit more deeper. Let's think about it. How is us following federal laws or not following federal laws going to actually hinder or help the states in this particular situation, especially having a tyrannical president like Trump? Okay, we still got to do the live if Trump is actually a peacekeeper or a warmonger. And what I'm seeing is, baby, he losing it bad, and he's trying to declare war with somebody else. How much could he stretch our actual army? Like, how could you? How much could he fucking stretch? How many people is in the services that y'all all over? Damn. Thank you, Tony Montana. It says, warning, this page is about wisdom and knowledge, enlighten your well-being. Okay, exactly. No lustful comments to provoke anyone. That's right. And no hateful. I mean, at the end of the day, you know people going to do what they want to do, but we just going to put them on timeout and then re-divert them. That's one thing I have noticed since I've been going live, y'all. My Caucasian people and the people full with hate, they come back. It ain't because this brown skin. It ain't only because this brown skin. It's because the things I'm saying, I think I'm touching their heart. Because they figuring out they fucked up just like us. Ooh. Benjamin, you say, yeah, I'm white. What that mean? Says the states are already are. The whole world be under rule of one nation, according to the Holy Scripture. No, it will be under one rule of Jesus Christ, not a nation. Jesus Christ ain't no nation. He wants us to live in a beautiful place of peace and everything. When you talk about nations and you talking about governments, and they want us to be under them, and nobody want to be under somebody who dysfunctional. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know how y'all dealt with politics so long. I'm 43, and I got tired when I was 30. No, I got tired 2016. I got tired then with Jill Stein, and that was the last time I voted. Y'all was like, what? She voted for Jill Stein? Yes. Yes. Like, she wasted her vote. Yeah, that was the last actual vote that I could actually vote, that I felt like wouldn't compromise my soul. I never did the lesser two evils. You see what I'm saying? That is not a good way to be. You choosing the devil over the devil. Y'all, look what I'm doing. I'm going to get all this mayonnaise out this packet because I don't want to waste it. and I don't know how to give it out because I don't work at no restaurant. They gave me some they gave me some other sauce too, honey mustard sauce. So, because that's from the wholesale, like basically, I told y'all I pick up food from a donation place and I buy it, but it's for companies that, you know, I guess donate. So I get a whole bunch for $35, and that's from there. I don't, I don't know what the hell. I gotta get rid of these things. What am I about to do with all that? So, all right, citizens of the United States of America, since your government is up in shits, and then you have states talking about separating again, how would that affect you guys? Do you really know how that will affect you? It's not only just money too. We're talking about transportation. We're talking about goods, exportation and importation. You know, a lot of, not saying that companies won't distribute to different states, but then it's certain taxations and things that has to be paid, and that's based on maybe like on a federal level, some of them based on the state level. All of these things will change. Y'all will have to revamp. We will all have to revamp to make our states actually sufficient on their own. And then you'll have states like, I'm a Georgian. It won't be no more United States of American citizens, but I'm a Georgian. I'm an Arizonian. All that nonsense. It's so crazy how people just take on things and make it their personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you live in Georgia, and I know some people who, like, for instance, they're Georgia dog fans. Y'all know who that is? Georgia State University, whatever. And a whole house will be set up with GE dogs in the football emblem. You see what I'm saying? Like, they involve their whole life based on, like, that's the football. But you know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know that's dangerous to base your whole life just on something like that. Now, I would say that made me think about basing your whole life on God's word. But that's not dangerous. I don't think that's dangerous. But that's what I think, that's idolism. That's what they do. They want to replace God. They want to replace what we focus on. You see what I'm saying? Thank you for being here this morning, just chit-chatting with me while I'm getting food, while I'm getting my stuff done. Y'all know what I do on Wednesdays. Wednesdays be very unconventional. Last Wednesday, we ended up at Martin Luther King old house. I think today I may, because my son may want to get back. Y'all see him, he up somewhere early in the morning in that dirty room. But he working, y'all. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with them. But I'm going to just support him. I'm going to stick beside him. I don't know if he'll want to come with me to the United Nations Museum. You know, we have a United Nations Museum. We can go into the topic I was telling you about that genocide. You know, where they saying that Israel is genociding Gaza and Palestinians. They have a United Nations Museum here that teach you about that. So we may go today if he want to go. Because I don't go to many places. I'm always in the house, so I'll be trying to hit the 52 fake out at one time. Like, we going out, we doing everything at one time. So maybe we'll stop there today. Again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Lady Lashley. You can call me Miss Grace. You can call me Grace Levi. Call me Miss Uncensored. What we're doing is building a family here. We're dealing people of like minds, like hearts. It does not matter what your beliefs is as far as religion and then your national creed. You just have to be humane. You know, some things I say you won't agree with, some things I say you would. But if you're coming from a humane perspective, I bet you we meet in the motherfucking middle. I bet you, because when shit hit the fan, there's only going to be a few of us that's going to make it. And I want to mess with the people with skills. Fuck the rest of this stuff. Talking pieces and all this stuff. That's why I'm telling my son, you better have some skills. Baby, if the lights cut off, I need to know that we're going to be able to do something to thrive and survive. Like, we can make houses, we can build electricity poles. Like, I'm just blessed that I'm a healthcare provider, that I can make. I'm like MacGyver. Fuck around and find out. I'll patch that shit up, give me a needle and thread, save your life. But all of us need to have something that we can rely on, that we will be efficient if the lights cut off. Because y'all seeing what's going on. It's like man down. Man down. Man for theyself. Especially if it is. He like, do as I say. That's the feds to the state and to us. So it's not just us that's suffering, because you have a lot of our state representatives that's going through hell and high water right now. Do y'all think this enough, y'all? I'm about to show y'all what I did. I got to get rid of this mayonnaise. I got a lot of mayonnaise. I'd rather use the mayonnaise, keep the mayonnaise in the box than this. Look what I did, y'all. Shit. Look, y'all. That's what I've been doing since I've been... You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Y'all think that's enough mayonnaise for a whole thing? A whole pan? I'm trying to feed 27 today to no more than 30. That's how many pans I have. That's what I think we're doing today. Last week we did 40, dog. I can't believe it. We did 40 sloppy joes. Sloppy joes. Is that enough? I think I'm going to do a little bit more while we talk, and then I'm going to start getting the pasta boiled. Okay. Yep. Maybe. See, I should have got some extra little bowls, because I got jalapenos too. But I'm going to wait. This is what we're doing next week. We're doing chicken, macaroni and cheese, and jalapenos. We pray. Because I get paid on Friday, so I got to stretch it. I get the stuff. I don't think it should cost a lot. But that's what we're doing next week. Jalapenos and some type of baked chicken and macaroni and cheese. All right, I think that's enough mayonnaise, because we got tartar sauce, we got mustard to put in there, and if it's not enough, I'll make more. But I gotta get rid of this box. Yeah. Oh my God, I gotta get some Ziploc bags. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. I can't. That's one thing. I waste not. Okay, so let's. That's exhausting me. All right, let's get back to our conversation, guys. Woo. I almost fell off my stand this morning. Is anybody have any idea what it would be like if America actually separates each state? Because these states are sick and tired of Trump. He putting too much strand on us. The COVID put strand on us, and all of the arguing back and forth. And now we got this. Oh. Well, I talk about, because I know I'm always talking about separation. I got to throw this in there. I don't think that America really want black people to leave. This is to the Trumpsters. If y'all come up in here. Yo, they don't want us to leave. They love us. They were talking about, leave. If you don't like it, get your stuff and get out. First and foremost, you already know. Give me what you owe. That's first and foremost, and I get the hell up out of here. But two, I don't think they want us to leave. His new laws that he's trying to pass? Or we're going to go over it. Basically, Trump just signed an executive order that basically said if you're deemed a terrorist, you're going to lose your passport. Wait, it's way bigger than that. It's way bigger than deemed a terrorist. It's the criteria to be deemed a terrorist. If you give money to someone who may be deemed a terrorist, you can lose your passport. And terrorists in this category, under this executive order that we're going to read on another day, because I can't do it today, is basically talking in terror. Things that they believe that you are a national security threat by talking. Okay? Yeah. By inciting, like me, if I get this platform big enough where I become a separatist and I make a movement like Charlie Kirk, even though I won't, because I don't want people to follow me. I want y'all to follow yourself shit, because that's stupid. If somebody coming after you, why the hell would you run in a group? Like, bitch, I'm running dolo. I'm going to be in the bushes by myself. I'm just teaching y'all how to do this shit. But, I don't want a cult to follow me. I just need y'all to be able to survive, so when the lights and shit come off, we just all survive. And then we come out like, yo, you made it? What you got? I got this. This time I'm on, baby. I don't need no cult. I don't need no coat, but I need y'all thinking for yourself. But basically, even people like me who have talking points or whatever, if we say things that may incite terror in these people's eyes, and that's what I said. The definition of words are always changing in this government, in this U.S. nation, and that is to control us. So we have to figure out what will be the new definition of terror under this particular executive order. Guys, pay attention. These motherfuckers is blinding us. They saw blah, blah. Like what? So, but this goes to say it's a restriction. It's going to be really, really a big restriction on our traveling and our visa. Dun, 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 dun. Let me throw this in the garbage. Who that sound like? Don't throw it in the garbage. Who does that sound like? Who currently have restrictions and control over their citizens traveling, and they have them on a point system, and if they do something crazy, they get points taken away. They can't travel on the bus. They can't fly. Who is? Tell me. Put it in the comments. If y'all don't know, then y'all don't pay attention to the world around y'all. China. Yeah, China. They do that. Well, you know that point system, and even if like you cross the street wrong, you get points and stuff. There's people that can't travel, can't do nothing, can't open a bank account because they done said the wrong thing on social media in China. Welcome to America. Go ahead, the land of the free. And y'all over here supporting Trump, and Trump trying to really mimic all of these dictators, hands down. No games, no lie, no cap, not a dumb Democrat. You know me. That's what the hell he's doing. Jing Hong Wong. Jing Hong Kang Tang Wong. Shut up before they come to get my black ass. Jing Hong Wong. Y'all want to be in North Korea? Hell no. You be like this. That's all your exercise. That's all your fun out in North Korea. You better be ready. And if you say something, Jing Chung Hoon is going to kick your... I'm probably saying the wrong name, but you know the North Korean president allegedly killed his wife and locked up or something and then killed her family. Yup. A little bit of this. I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking to the live. I want a camera right there. He like, who is she talking to? He came in, my son came in quiet like, okay, she doing a lot of talking to herself. Like, what is going on? Alright, I'm gonna open the green beans and put the green beans in there, get it out the way. And then I'll put the macaroni in there. You saw, y'all ain't see his face? It was like, who the hell is she talking to? Old school. Yeah. So you already see that Trump is trying to be a dictator. He's not trying to be. He is implementing everything he could to be like his best friends. What are we going to do, guys? What are we going to fucking do, guys? I'm dead serious. I know I'm playing. I'm making jokes, but we can't just be sitting here watching this shit go down, arguing with people. Tell my son, Charlie Clark, whatever. Who's the killer? Mystery. They lost me with that one. We're going to talk a little bit more about that stuff, but y'all going to learn that I got a little bit of ADHD in my life, undiagnosed. Some things, I'll be over it. I'll be like, yeah, we can't talk about that no more. I'm over it. The love is gone. The passion is gone. But we'll talk about a little bit more Charlie Kirk on tomorrow morning. I got some things I want to talk about. But honestly, look at this old school ass can opener. Like, yeah, it's old school. You need electricity. Listen, I'm trying to get my arms back down, so I might as well use this hard ass can opener. So, how would, if your state, tell me what, first and foremost, if anybody can tell me what state you're from, and how do you think that your state is benefited by getting government funding, okay, and how they will lose out, because a lot of our states depend on government fundings for different things, not only just education, but sometimes it's the medical field, sometimes it is for programs for the homeless. Whatever it is, like, it's certain things that your community may need and may suffer when these government fundings are retracted and continue to be retracted. Because we only 6 months into this. We're literally 6 months into Trump presidency. 8 months? It's the longest 8 months of my damn life. But it's going by fast, but it's long. Shit, he done did a lot in 8 months. Y'all think this normal? North Carolina. Adam, you're North Carolina. So what do you think? Do you think North Carolinians will be comfortable separating from the federal government? And I'm saying this is because he's pushing people, not people, but states to the brink of not wanting to deal with him. They already retracting so much federal funds that gonna make states be able to function without the feds. He got to understand the United States of America came together because they wanted to be a nation to represent all of these states together on a national level. United Nations, United States, so we can represent on a national level. If the United States separate, y'all better be fucking ready, because Africa is not the United States. You're going to be like Africa. Africa is all different countries in Africa. Y'all didn't know that? That's not states. Africa big as all hell. They're different countries. Well, you know, yeah, that's big as hell. That's how it's going to run. Y'all all be separate. And you're going to have to look for your resources inside of your state. You see what I'm saying? I think outside the box, but shit is just going wild, where we do have to just put our critical thinking on and just start thinking and not be caught up in all these emotions every day. They want our brain cells to die. We ain't doing that here. We thinking before they execute some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, when it comes to schooling and you want to control the narrative of schooling and what could be taught and what can't be taught, and you taking the funding away, big baby, homeschool. And let's all sue the government to get some of our money back. Homeschool. I ain't mad at that. I did it. It ain't easy, y'all. But they showed y'all how to homeschool through COVID, so you can do it. And I said, a lot of kids back then, them parents was just putting them kids in front of the computer like, do this. Oh, that don't work, y'all. I had two. One that liked to do work and one that just came behind me like, his ass be creeping. I used to go in the room. We used to homeschool him. And I used to come in from work, working overnight. And then he used to leave. And I'll, like, sleep from 9 to 12 because I have to leave about 4. I'll wake up at 12 o'clock. That jigger who you saw be right in the bed like this. Laptop just sitting on the side. Homeschool was not easy, y'all. Shit. But we made it. But that's some of the things we got to think about. Mm-hmm. And what would be the things that we teach our kids? And if homeschool is not the choice and they want to take funding from the schools, now you should have more room to say what the schools teach and everything. And you say, fuck the federal funding. You see how many stuff could be like, it's just like being affected by this, and it does actually, it does affect you. I don't care what you say, even though you think it don't affect you. All them kids that's in school, not getting education, not getting the funding they need, the proper EPA, and because the federal funding is gone, they're going to be them kids. They're going to be running around like little Daryl, taking care of you. If y'all know the type of nurses that we have in there now, oh my God, they like this. I don't do that. That's not my job. That's why I left them young ass nurses. Ain't no love in the city. Yeah. So, yeah, these are some of the things we got to think about. What would happen? North Carolina, what do you got? What's for breakfast? Nothing. I don't really eat breakfast. It's just coffee. This is our food for the homeless. Every Wednesday we give food out, about 27 plates. And today we're doing green beans. Thank you for showing up, Big D. So we're doing green beans, tuna salad, and I got chips, y'all. I forgot to show y'all. And I ate a bag of chips last night. Get them shits out my house right now. That's why I got fat. My arms got fat, stomach got fat, eating damn chips. But I got some salsa nacho. I got spicy salsa nacho chips that's going with this. Buckets. Listen, we gonna hook them up. Green beans. What y'all put in y'all green beans, y'all? I know it's early. No pork, no swine. All I do is put butter, honestly, and some season, and I put it in the oven. Should I do more? They like it. Blessing. The big king is here. How are you, Roy? No pork, exactly. No bacon. Hell to the no, no, to the no, no, no. That's in the Bible. And pork, you know what? I've been stopped eating pork, but something's wrong with pork though. Well, maybe it's me because look, I stopped eating pork. That's when you know something's wrong with it. When you stop eating it and you eat it again. I was pregnant and I was so hungry. So I asked somebody to bring me like an egg roll, and as soon as they brought it to me, I didn't know. I just stuffed it down my throat. And I got to the last bit and I saw all these little red things and I said, what the hell is this red stuff? I said, what is this? I said, this is meat. She was like, yeah, that's a pork roll. I was like, oh my God. Probably like a half an hour later, I got sick. I had to throw up. And I don't know if it was because I was pregnant, and I wasn't that type of sensitive pregnant. Man, my body said no, no, no to that pork. That shit bad. So, yeah, and then I don't have a lot of money. Y'all, I'm on a budget. Things been happening, and I'm not worried about it because I have ultimate faith. I have kingdom faith. So kingdom prosperity will come down. That's why when my son was like last week, I was like, dang, I ain't got enough money. And he was like, well, maybe don't do this. I was like, man, that's not an option. That's not an option. If we say we're going to do there, we're going to be there, we're going to be there. Plain and simple. It's not an option. So we made it happen last week, and we're making it happen this week. I'm sorry. I'm about to get some seasoning, y'all. I got little bowls this time. Shut up. Y'all remember them big bowls? I'm putting it in here. We got 50 count. That's good. And then I got small bowls for the green beans. So it's not breakfast. That's what we do. We give food to the homeless. I'm trying to be like my Messiah. Jesus Christ. Our Lord and Savior Yeshua. Feed the homeless. Like you said, what he do with that one fish and bread, how many people he fed, he making it happen for me, big baby. Because I don't even know how I'm feeding me and my son these days. Shit is so tight. We just having casual conversation. I know people are like, why is it so tight? You a nurse. If y'all don't know, I have walked away from the bedside. I was a travel nurse for over 8 years, traveling all over the United States to the different units. I learned a lot. So I started in med-surg, and up to last year, around this time, my last contract in the hospital was in a CVICU. So I did learn a lot. That's why I said I'll be MacGyver nurse. They didn't put me in bad situations and everything, and I haven't lost a patient, but I couldn't do that anymore. It wasn't going to work for my heart and my soul. A lot of nurses even say for them to be in nursing, they just basically have to be numb and don't give a damn and do the job and get out. And they could never do it for me. I used to cry all the time. How the fuck you about to go to work? You in the parking lot crying. Talking about, Lord, please let me get through this shit. Every shift, every facility. At first I thought it was me, and I really beat myself up for it because I really love nursing. I'm like, why can't you just be happy with what you got going on? Why you always find a problem with stuff? What's your problem? But then when nurses really got sick of that shit and stopped acting politically correct, I wasn't the only one saying this shit. They started really coming out, and I'm like, now, all these years later, now you're talking shit because you're tired after the COVID. By that point, I was over it. And I said, fuck it, God, I'm not going to, you could take all the money you want from me, all the travel money in the world. I loved it, but I can't do this. And for the last year, it's been definitely different as far as finance. Because you know when you make money based on Your money coming in, you spend like that. And that's what we got to talk about too. The states are used to money coming in and they spend like that. This is a truly big refractionary period. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm crying. Not broke. I gotta stop saying that. I'm just not used to what I have, but God always stretch it because my bills totally, totally outmeasure my income for the last year. I promise you. Income, bills. Bills being paid and income, boom, right here. Don't even know how it's happening. For real, for real. All right, look at this. So that's all I'm doing, y'all. And we about to put it in the oven. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. That even look good. That even look good. Sorry, y'all. Y'all like she broke and she act like that? Yup. Of the spirit of the Lord is here. That's it. If I'm going to be basing my happiness on the world, money, I will be miserable. I can't be basing myself on this damn world and what it's doing. You know what? Hold on, y'all. Have y'all got so stressed out about bills that y'all woke up like this? Like your neck tight as shit? I'm not gonna cry, cause I ain't doing that. I'm about to bring tears to my eyes. I could wake up remembering feeling like that, like tight in my neck, cause I'm so worried about bills, so worried, and the motherfuckers still be there. When I wake up and still, One day I said, oh hell no, I'm about to treat bills like a ex. You ain't thinking about me, I ain't thinking about you. What the hell am I be here stressing over you for? Baby, I'm going to try my best to do what I got to do. And that's what it is. I'm not going to never sit on my butt and not pay my bills and try. But if you have ultimate faith, it's going to happen. Because like this, I refuse not to get food out on Wednesdays. I refuse. I got so many extra bills. My daughter in college. I'm talking about it, y'all. Let's chit chat. She in college, wanting to get the hell away from me in the house because I homeschooled them. You homeschooled me. And da-da-da. Mind you, she was the party girl. Always out. Every time I let her out, she get in trouble because she go do some other. I'll talk about my baby girl. She like me. Live your best life. She like the person that like to experience it no matter what. So I had to let her. I want to move out in college. I'm doing myself. It da-da but the buck. Mom, I need money for food. Mom, after Bill, I'm just stretched like a motherfucker. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So I just got to do what I got to do. You know, I don't know how it's going to happen. I told you, bills, income. Bills, income. But it's okay. It's okay. Y'all in the same time as me, just trying to escape it on this internet thing. And y'all can't escape it because the internet keep throwing all of this bullshit in y'all face. So that's why we're going to have some of these down days like this, where we just going to talk and be human. I know y'all tired of the damn cyborgs. I know y'all tired of perfect live streams. You can't even tell if that person real, if they bought and sold. Y'all like this. That's what I noticed. I said, people want the real. And I told my son this. I said, after a while, people going to be sick of that AI shit. Because we all not living like that. So the facade that they're putting up is not even us. And we can't even meet those expectations. That's going to cause mental disparities. People would rather watch people, regular ass people, walking around their house and being regular than some AI bot talking face. I don't know what they thought was going to win. How they thought this thing was going to work. You know what I'm saying? Also, guys, just to go back to the subject about should they separate from, the government, or would this happen? Because that's what they're talking about. I'm going to open my tuna, and while I'm talking to y'all, we're going to season it up. While they're doing this, you guys, we got to consider some of the trickery that they'll do, too. If the feds have to survive, this Fed is an entity. It's not a state. The Fed is an entity, and it wants to survive. And that's where the states have leverage, and y'all representatives have to know how to leverage. Because obviously they're using the state against us. So you got to learn how to plot against them. So there are things that the United States, on a federal level, needs to keep funding itself. So it does different projects and things, and it's through us. It's through our counties. It's through our states. The feds can't survive without the people. It's our money that's going to them that they're saying they're holding and not distributing. That's what I'm saying. Once we realize that this is ours and we have the power, it's going to be a wrap. So we have to monitor what we allow coming into our community, what businesses. Hell yeah. Hold on, I'm looking for a bowl, y'all. Give me a second. Don't you know no good? Tell me that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Can't help it. I wake up on my kingdom joy. Wake up on my kingdom joy. Where's the, oh, I just lost the can opener, y'all. Hold on. Y'all think 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Y'all think 12 cans would be enough of tuna? I'm making one big pan. So I got 10 cans of this and I got 4 boxes of pasta. I could make 5 boxes of pasta. Y'all let me know. And if you got any big cooks in here, because I'm learning how to be a big cook. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm enjoying my conversation so much with y'all that I misplaced the can opener. I got another one, but that one don't work well. Oh. Let me find out. I'm gonna teleport in my can opener. Did y'all see what I put my can opener? All right, girl. We didn't see nothing but you running your mouth. Okay. What was I talking about, y'all? God first. I forgot what I was talking about. I felt like that when I was unemployed, laugh out loud. I was suffering. Big D, exactly. You going back to what I said when you wake up in the morning and you just be so stressed over bills and stuff. Levi family, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's why I said if we build a cohesive family that really knows how to look out for each other, we would be so good. It just takes a little bit. It really does. And that's how we survive in Haiti and other countries. If we got 1,000 people, and that's how we got 1,000 people, you do $1. $1 a week. $1 a week will be $4 in a month. Will be $4,000, you know, if in 4 months. $4,000 in 1 month for 1,000 people. And if we give 2 people in the group $2,000 to do whatever they need to do for their particular business, whatever, and every month we continue, because we're going to have to continue for 1,000 months. How many people it is how many months the project has to go. This is called a susu. If y'all from the islands, that's how the hell we got our visas and shit. You know what I'm saying? We save money. We work together. We use susus. You use the susu now. Next year you use the susu. But we had to keep going. It wasn't like we get the money out this year and this month and then we always give our dollar until everybody gets. So I think that's some of the things that we really have to do. And it starts on a smaller level because you giving $4, you won't be acting all crazy. Because you know us as black people. Shut up. We got money issues. We got money issues and we got trust issues. We don't trust each other. No matter how much we say we do. Black-owned business. We be playing each other out. Y'all saw what happened to me last week, right? Y'all remember? Yeah. Just try to play me. Y'all don't know what happened? Y'all go watch it. So basically, I tried to team up. I'm doing business to business, and I will do it. God is going to let me do it. And I went to a few restaurants in Atlanta basically asking could they give any food away on a Monday or Tuesday night before they throw it out. Now, it was all cute and games when I first went to the place. But then I followed up with an email, being very professional. I told them where my connections was, who was sponsoring me. Shout out to Fulton County Library, dog. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Y'all grew up with that? Sorry, y'all. They like ADHD. I love books, but that's who I sponsor me. The Fulton County Library. That's where I'll be at today doing my economic development seminar. But with that goes to say, I sent her my credentials, website, just real. So when I followed up, and I told her I would, but I didn't say when, that she took offense. And that's the lady. I'm telling y'all, we have issues in the black community as well. That's why I said we separate. What the fuck we gonna do? Y'all have to get it together. Stop playing like we united. We not united like Caucasians. I'm gonna tell you, Black America, fuck that. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We not. That lady got mad because I came in and I didn't know she was TikToking. I'm going live. Thank God it was mute, y'all. That's why I said shit. God protect her. And I was like, hey, you remember me from last week or 2 weeks ago? Just wanted to follow up about things. She's like, oh, no, I'm busy right now. I'll come back. So she's at the thing. I'm thinking she's in a meeting on the phone. I'm like, oh, okay. So I start backing up, guys. Like, hey, guys, look at this beautiful place. This is the place where I'm begging for food. This is exactly what I said. Oh, why would you say that? Don't say that in front of your audience. This bitch, excuse me. Sorry. She stopped her TikTok to basically try to chastise me for what I said. Talking about that looks bad on my thing and I give a lot to people. I said, whoa, this went from 0 to 100. Y'all not seeing this. Y'all seeing me talking. Y'all not hearing this, but that's what happened last week, just to reiterate. And I'm like, yo, man, first and foremost, I'm live. Like, do you know you're playing yourself? Secondly, I can say what I want. I say, I'm begging you for food. I never said that you said no. I said, what the fuck is happening here? Y'all didn't hear all this shit. I was like, what the? Yo, let me back up. You played yourself. And I just walked out. And y'all didn't hear this. In that 15 minutes, it was quiet. Like, yo, but this what we do. This what we do. How the fuck are we going to survive separate when we got people who do that? Don't be mad. That's just one experience. Not the fuck is not. Since I've been in Atlanta trying to start my business, I have people who think that I'm not up to par for them, or because I don't care about keeping up with the Joneses and I can dress when I want to and dress up, but that's not my goatee. I'm about education. I'm about that type of stuff. How the fuck are we going to separate? How are we going to survive if we separate when we got that shit? Bitch still didn't call me. Excuse my language. She still didn't call and say, listen, I got food just to give you, or you know what, apologize. Or we could, sis, it was a misunderstanding. Just because she know I'm business to business, I'm giving food out to the homeless. I'm partnering with a county library, doing economic seminars. I'm not just a regular hobo off the street. I'm trying to show you credentials and what I'm doing, and I'm telling you I'm doing it myself, and I'm up to 27 meals. So I'm not begging. I don't want your food, because 9 out of 10, I don't eat the shit. I don't eat that food. I don't eat them people's food. I go out barely. So, how if we separate and we survive when we have the mentalities like that? It's not always like that all over the place, but a lot of black-owned businesses is like, if you can't do shit for me, baby, what we doing? I can't do nothing for you. That's not gonna work. I do have some other plans. When I finish getting set up, I will be putting the wish list together. Hopefully you guys can help me a little bit with the wish list, where y'all don't have to give me money. Y'all can just buy the blankets directly. My goal is to at least have 35 to 40 blankets by the end of October, so I can go into the winter months to give them the blankets, and then I can get like toiletries for them too. But I don't know if I'm gonna put the toiletries on the wish list, because I can get the toiletries for cheaper somewhere else. Good morning, Ghetto DVD. Good morning to you. How are you? You're here with Grace Levi, just having a great chit chat in the morning. Just talking about some stuff while y'all watch me get ready for my food giveaway. Blessings, H-Spies. Thank you for joining us. Y'all know I'll be up early. It be 6 o'clock your time, H-Spy. No, 7, it might be up here. You like, look at Grace. Up there. Shout out to H-Spy. She's actually from the content that I've been doing all last year, y'all. Shout out to, I think there was Cynthia. She's a mod. She came in on my live last night. Now, guys, we're not going to talk about that live last night, but it is in relation to the old content that I was doing. And she was like, let me back out. I was getting on them Democrat traptivists trying to save people from giving them money and falling victim. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to the new audience that's coming. I'm grateful. I'm going to say this in front of you. I'm grateful to the Most High Yah that He's given me this opportunity to meet new people, because that's what I've been praying on. You know, when things was really hitting the fan and my page was being cyber stalked, that's why my numbers look crazy. My page was being cyber stalked by the person that I made the video about yesterday. Yeah, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared, baby. I ain't never scared. So they like, he's cyber stalking you. You made videos against him. Hell yeah, that bum. So thank you guys, and I'm just thankful that God is giving me the opportunity to meet new people, like minds, separate minds, but people who are not like just got that gang mentality. That's what I dealt with all last year. Just people who have that gang mentality and fickle, and if you say something that they don't like, basically kind of what we're dealing with this year, but it was more intimate because it was a small town. It was disgusting. It was fucking disgusting. I hated it. I hated it. I'm so grateful God gave me an opportunity to meet new people who don't try to, you know, y'all can judge me or whatever. It was different with them. They wanted to control my narrative because they was doing a lot of dirty politics to the residents and to the people out there. You see what I'm saying? I think I took that situation a little bit too personal, though. That was my issue. So we'll talk about that on another level, another day. But I just want to say I'm grateful that God is bringing me new people who have their own mind, who like different subjects, who know how to think out the box, who is paying attention to society around them, people who actually want to be uplifted. Like what you said, you understood how it feels to wake up in the morning and your shoulders tight and your back hurt just because you can't sleep because you're thinking about bills and you have no income. That's the shit we really got to talk about. Not only talk about, but that's the things that we got to figure out how to fix. Because while the system's destroying itself, we fucked up. I'm fucked up, and you fucked up, but and we gonna be all right. Gonna be all right. Obviously, y'all know I'm a music head. Don't pay mind to me. It's not nothing crazy. I grew up with music as well. My original dad and my original sperm donor, because Jesus Christ is my dad. My original sperm donor, he was a DJ. He still is, though. He got a regular 9 to 5, but he's still DJ. That's what I respect about him. He do what he likes. So I like music. Since I was a little girl in the 80s, he used to play music. And guess what I had, y'all, just to give y'all. Me and him, we had matching Run DMC outfits. The Adidas outfits. Because I'm from Brooklyn. It was so cute. That's where he was my dad. Let me stop before I be over here crying like, I ain't got no dad. I'm just playing. I do. My dad is my Lord and Savior, Yeshua. Once I met Yeshua and knew who Jesus Christ was, he filled my life up with joy. It was nobody around me could take it or give it. Honestly. I'm just being honest, y'all. Once y'all find the Messiah, nothing. It could be raining, thundering, and your ass over there like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's why they think people who believe in Jesus is crazy. Because there's something in it when you fall in love with him, when you build a relationship. It's like, yo, the first 90 days is on. And you don't even know the book. You don't be knowing nothing. You be like, yo, I feel it. You know Jesus? I love him. You should know Jesus. And people just be going off and they be like, oh my God, they're crazy, a Jesus freak. It's because the spirit, yo, I'm telling you, y'all gotta try it. Once y'all give your life to him, they be like, something happened, for real. I got jokes. How long I've been on, y'all? I've been on more than an hour longer than I have to. Honestly, I hope I bring a little bit of joy to y'all life. Y'all see how I started this morning out. Just filled with love. It is what it is. I got 27 meals to make. I'm seasoning up the tuna fish right now. We got the water in the refrigerator. Y'all saw I did the mayonnaise thing. You know I'm ghetto. I just had to show y'all that I have mayonnaise in the bottle. Waste not, want not. And we're doing macaroni tuna salad, so and green beans. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be live again around 3 p.m. Y'all going to see us giving out food to the homeless. I'm going to right now get that wish list together and put it under the video. Anybody, I'm going to find the highest quality, cheapest blankets. Bet you I do. Nice quality, because I'm bougie. I like good quality, but I don't like spending all that money. So we're gonna find that. Hopefully you guys can help me out. And if you would like I said, y'all can donate $1 or $2 in the Cash App. You don't have to. I'm not begging, because every week for the last 2-3 weeks, I really didn't know how I was gonna do this, because my income be on and off sometimes based on my new employment. But I'm okay. I won't give that employment up, because I'm still a nurse, but I'm not on a nursing floor, but I'm taking care of really, really sick babies who have really rare disorders. One of my baby has a bone disorder that only 1 in 500,000 people ever get, and it's a blessing to take care of them. But I still sometimes suffer financially, because they have to go inside the hospital. And I just ask God to keep them healthy. One of the children I take care of was not supposed to live past the age of 2. He's 19. And he Caucasian. They Caucasian, y'all. That's why I won't let people say that I don't like white people. I love my Caucasian babies. They both white, bad. Yo, for real, that's why I said when I first got these cases, I'm like, girl, you're not going to the nursing floor to deal with that bullshit, and you about to go into these white people house in the middle of this type of tone. And the place that I go to is very Confederate. Yeah, up there in the mountains, they Confederate. But everybody who I meet in the house, like as far as their family, they come in and try to ask me some questions, and I'll be like, talking. They be like, I like her. The last family member I met, she was an EMT. No, she was a 911 dispatcher. Ooh, girl. I done took her away from them. She stayed in the room with me. We talking, exchanging stories and shit. She like, girl. We both traumatized. That's why I said it's color lines, but it's not. We still have to respect people, ethnicity, color, their culture, because it's so beautiful. Beautiful. Why the hell don't we want diversity? But what that goes to say, we're all in tough times because of the narratives that they pushing. I could have said no. I'm not working for these white people. I'm not going up there. But there's not a lot of ICU nurses that can even handle this type of baby in the acuity. Every time I don't be there for a week or two, the baby go to the hospital. I go and I get them back on track, being OCD, and then they go back to the hospital. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all need us. We need each other. Just keep it up. So that's why my income a little funny, but I don't care. I'm not going back to nobody motherfucking hospital. Only way that I would do some type of triage or act like I'm in the ED or emergency room if we literally have an emergency in the, like some big worldly emergency, and I'm on it. I got y'all. Y'all just come to my house. I'll triage all y'all asses. But other than that, I'm taking care of the babies, minding my damn business, and staying away from grown folks nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. Have a great morning, and thank you for being here with Grace, getting to know me, opening your heart, just being human. You know what I'm saying? No gang mentality. Unless you're part of the Levi gang. The people of God. You have come into my covenant. Levites. Y'all are the Levites. All right. Love you guys. Have a blessed one. I'll talk to you at 3 o'clock. We may go to the International United Nations Museum in Atlanta if my son wants to, but I think he's working on an order right now. So his ass, it's going to be hard for him. I know, you know how teenagers is. Not teenagers, young adults. I make him come help me. But let's go creep up on him. He been up since 6. Oh. I thought I was creeping, he said. He's the perfect son for me. Hold on, y'all. He's the perfect son for me because I'm more. You obviously see, I'm like, and he's like, he's perfect. Love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you later.